April is warming up to be a busy month at the Gap. As of for April, we've had 60,833 troops trained at the Gap so far this year. So well on our way to setting another #1 year in terms of usage. Our neighbors, which we have one of our great neighbors sitting next to me. I'm sure she'll be happy to know we're going to be shooting mortars from the 6th through the 8th.
I just saw it on the news.
So expect some high noise times between early in the morning at about 6:30 till about midnight.
That's all right, sir. I'm used to it.
And then on the 9th through the 12th, we're going to be shooting artillery, which is even more noise. We appreciate your tolerance for that. Of course, we're going to have a very busy class schedule at the Eastern Army Aviation Training Site. I always bring this out to keep reminding the public and our neighbors that we are the second busiest heliport in the United States Army. So that's the magnitude of the flights that come out of there. We certainly appreciate everybody's tolerance for that. Also remind everybody that today is not a good burn day, but now is when we start our controlled burn season. The ecosystems at the Gap are very fire dependent. Safety to our neighbors is very dependent upon us doing those control burns to control any kind of wildfires that emanate off our ranges. So we'll have our crews out. We make all the local coordination with local fire departments. They are well controlled. We have a very highly trained crew that does those burns. And we've already burned about 300 acres of the total of what we normally burn, about 1,200 acres a year. We still have another 687 acres that we will prescribe burn. In other words, as the conditions permit, try to do it where we have days with low humidity so the smoke plumes up into the sky and doesn't give people problems. So we have that going on. With that, I want to present Miss Jenna Price. She is the director of the Liberty USO. Very successful partnership we started on the Gap. Like I briefed y'all, gosh, it was almost over 12,000 troops have visited the USO. Really, really important service that they give to our soldiers, airmen, and the military families. So I'll let Jenna do a quick plug with part of my time on what she's doing and her need for volunteers. They are a volunteer-based organization. So with that, Jenna.
I'm Jenna Price. I actually handle all of Central Pennsylvania military support for the USO. And as Dave said, we've been very busy. We've had about 12,000 people come through. We might be more than that now. During busy seasons, we average 600 to 700 a day in the center. We have a beautiful facility at the Gap. It has a computer lab, a 225-person movie theater, and we have a lounge that has games and gaming systems and snacks and drinks. We're getting an outdoor space, horseshoe pits, so it's a really fun place to be. And I need help running that center. So we are looking for volunteers. Volunteers are asked to do 2 4-hour shifts a month at minimum. They can be any time during the week or weekends, mornings, evenings. We're there as many days and as often as we can be for the military to support them. And in addition to our center, we also bring programs for military and their families. So the volunteers will be helping us bring those programs, such as backpacks for military children and care packages to send overseas. So we do need a lot of help in that aspect. So if anybody's interested, they can email me directly, jenna.price, jenna.price, at liberty, libertyuso.org. Thanks.
And I might add, Commissioners, this young lady right here, when she stood up the USO right there, was probably averaging 60 to 70 hours a week, where she did not have the volunteers to spell her. She was there 7 days a week, as long as the troops want to be there. So I think that's some really good dedication to the cause, our country, and our Commonwealth. Penny, your questions?
I do have a question for Jenna.
Sure.
One of the first things I ever remembered learning about the USO was like Bob Hope.
Singing, dancing.
Yes,
So
yes.
we have definitely evolved from that. There's still a small entertainment aspect that's typically handled by our world organization. On the local level, we do bring programs, as I was saying, and we have these centers. We have one actually also at the airport in Philadelphia, Joint Base McGuire-Dix Lakehurst, Horsham Air Guard Station. So we have evolved into just a huge support system beyond just the entertainment aspect.
Okay, but my question does deal with the entertainment.
Sure.
I've been to some of the shows that they've put on in the airfield, and you sat out in the hot sun, and then they moved it over to Lebanon Valley College and the basketball court. It was wonderful, and they're so uplifting, and it's kind that you allow the citizens to integrate with the military. But my question is, are you responsible for bringing that in, or did I hear you say
No, ma'am. We actually, those entertainment aspects that have been here, I don't know if those were us or not. We're new to the area, so there is a lot of USO style entertainment pieces that many organizations bring in. As the USO, we have a show troupe, and we bring them down from New York City.
Okay.
But they are not local to here, so we have to schedule with them, reserve them.
But you do put those on.
We can get them for events. We don't host
Oh.
big dances or anything as of right now.
Okay.
The Commissioner, the one that you attended at the airfield, that was through Liberty USO before they had a footprint on the Gap, and they arranged for the show troupe to come to that.
Okay.
The other one that we had at Lebanon Valley College, that was the All Army Soldier Show. And the Gap put that on Community Affairs. But that was one of the reasons why we partnered with the USO, is that in the Guard we always pride ourselves of being manned 30% less than the active Army is, and we do a tremendous mission. So build partnerships is one of the things we do as a National Guard. They are the perfect partner for that. And one thing Jenna didn't cover, well, I think she did, but I just want to articulate, they are specifically a Pennsylvania chartered USO, Pennsylvania and Southern New Jersey. So, but Pennsylvania's a pretty important place. So
Absolutely.
I think they command a lot of respect. And
We have the most deployed troops, right?
yes, ma'am.